So there are many challenges that you could come across when breeding. What are some common challenges that you face?
Time, knowledge. When I started, it was a very, I guess, primitive concept of just growing in general, let alone breeding, given the information that was available to me versus, where we're at now, is so readily available. I'm kind of jealous of all the new growers getting into the game. They just got all this. It's just there for them. Um, but yeah, but as far as yeah, so a lot of it is just knowledge and everything. So that those are some of my own personal obstacles. Not making the most of each grow, and that just kind of falls into the knowledge, right? Not knowing up until I'd say about 3-4 years ago, just pheno hunting, right? That's when it finally dawned on me. And I was like, whoa, so that means what I found to be underwhelming, the one or two seeds that I grew out of the batch, and was like, this is all right. I could have had something amazing in that batch, because now knowing like, okay, a F1 versus a F3, man. And also too, when you're implementing certain genetics, even with just the seed banks, I'm seeing some now put this in like the listings, but actually putting F1, F2, F3, which I really love, just the transparency, because that could help with making a decision, just with, I guess, limiting the variables of what you may get, especially when you're seeking a particular like trait from what they're, putting in the description of that particular strain. So, man, it's so many. I could ramble on all day for as far as obstacles that you may come across as breeding, because it's been a long one.
Yeah, it's crazy how many different phenotypes you can find within a batch of seeds, how many different expressions you can find. And I think the pheno hunting part is real fun. And you mentioned kind of knowledge as being a challenge that you face. I think with breeding in particular, there's so much to know. And sure, there's some information on the internet, right? You can just do Google searches and learn how to do breeding there and learn the different terms and different ways to go about it and stuff like that. But it might be valuable to purchase a book. There are many books out there. I just bought the one by James Loud. He has one on breeding. And that's been my go-to as of right now. Anything that, because he just released it, I think this year, maybe 2024, or maybe he released it in 2023, but I just got my hands on it this year. Very detailed book. And, you can just easily get to it. Now I could just go over on my bookshelf there, pick it out, and then go back to the index if I'm looking for something in particular, or look by chapter and learn so much. I really recommend folks dig into some of these books that are out there because, again, sure, you can go ahead and do Google searches on the internet, but unfortunately, there's a lot of mixed information, misinformation. It can be a little bit tougher to navigate, in my opinion. So, yeah, I could totally see how the knowledge can be a barrier, and I'm glad you brought that one up.
Oh, yeah.
This clip was brought to you by AC Infinity. Use discount code MrGrowit15 to save on any of their gardening products.